Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown for Dana White, and this is week nine. We're already in week nine, which is pretty crazy. We're already like over 2 months in for Contender Series this year, and Contender Series has been really fun. We've had a lot of fun prospects competing on Dana White Contender Series every Tuesdays for the past 2 months, and last week was no different. We did really well last week. We've been on an absolute tear for these Contender Series cards. We've been crushing them every week. I've only had like two losing weeks. I mean, on Contender Series, and it's been pretty well. It's been really good for me Contender Series this year. The picks that I've been giving you guys are pretty solid this year for Contender Series. And I just finished watching tape on this card. I was live for UFC 307 for like 7 hours. Then I couldn't fall asleep. I was trying to fall asleep. I couldn't fall asleep. So I was like, let me just watch some tape on this card. Now, since we got Artem, the guy that fought Alex Poatan Pereira, I was just so like I was like, let me just break down this card and watch some tape on these guys. So it didn't really take me long to watch a lot of tape on these guys. It only took me like 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So now I'm done watching tape, and now we're gonna break down this card, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're getting close to 3K subscribers. We're almost there, and we'll probably get there soon in a couple of months from now. So make sure you guys subscribe if you guys are new here. I do breakdowns for every UFC card. I also cover PFO. I cover Contender Series. Obviously, I go live for Contender Series every week. So if you guys want to find a chill stream to hang out at and kick back and relax, you guys can come hang out with me on Tuesdays nights. Let's break down this card now that I got my intro out of the way. In the first fight of the night, we got two guys fighting out of Australia. We got Sean Gauci taking on Anthony Drilich. And I'm gonna pick Sean Gauci here just because I feel like he's got better boxing and he's got better wrestling. I think he's gonna get takedowns on Drilich. And I've seen him wrestle out there, but it's not that impressive. He doesn't really have the best control on guys when he's taking people down. I think Gauci's taking on better guys than Drilich. And Sean Gauci fought Steve Irsay a couple of years ago. Going back and watching that fight, I'm not really sure if he won that fight. He got takedowns on Steve Irsay in the first 2 rounds, and he was in trouble in that third round in that Steve Irsay fight. Steve Irsay got a takedown on him, and he got in full mount and took his back. And he was close to locking the submission. He did have the submission on him, like a rear naked choke. And this guy's so tough, man. He was not even thinking about tapping on. He got out of that position. He got out of some pretty dangerous submission attempts from Steve Irsay in that third round. So we know this guy's really tough, and he's got good wrestling, pretty good cardio, and going back, I mean, that fight could have gone either way, to be fair. Steve Irsay was actually doing pretty good in the first round. I thought Steve Irsay won the first round, won the third round. Well, the judges gave him the round because he got takedowns on Steve Irsay in the first round and second round. So I'm not even like it was a pretty close fight. So that goes to show what kind of ceiling this guy has. He's got good power on the feet also. He can knock you out. He's got good power. They both have been finishing people out there. That's probably why they're getting this opportunity on to compete on the Contender Series. Anthony Drilich, I mean, he's knocking some of these guys out there. He's been fighting out of Eternal MMA, same promotion that Steve Irsay been fighting out of. Steve Irsay fought in Hexagon, fought in Eternal. Yeah, he's knocking these guys out, and these guys are pretty chinny. The only fight where someone really gave him trouble was it was that Louis fight, Lawrence Louis. And he was mixing and takedowns in that fight. He was taking him down over and over and couldn't really control him. Striking was pretty competitive. I honestly thought Lawrence did enough on the feet to win that fight, but it was close enough because he was mixing and takedowns on Louis. So they gave it to Drilich. I'm gonna go with Sean. I think he's gonna win. I don't think he's gonna finish him. I think it's gonna be a pretty close matchup. This could be like 29-28. I think Sean Gauci is gonna win though. I think he's gonna be able to get enough takedowns every round. And I don't think Drilich is knocking him out. Gauci is really tough. He's got a chin on. They both have chins on him. So I don't think the over is a pretty safe play here. This is a flyweight matchup. And they're both pretty durable. They both have good cardio. I mean, Drilich's striking is sloppier though. He's got power though. He can like catch you on the way in. But I think it's gonna go the distance more than likely here. Next fight on the card, we got let's look at the props. I mean, I almost forgot to look at the props. Sean Gauci's minus 185 right now. I don't know. That line seems kind of crazy. Um, I think he's gonna win though. I think he's gonna win. But I don't know. Minus 155 seems fair. Minus 185. If you can cash that line at like anything under minus 190, maybe take him. I think he's gonna go over. I would probably take the over. See where the overs open up at. Even though they've been finishing a lot of people out there, I think it's probably got a high probability to go over 1.5 rounds, over 2.5 rounds. Next fight on the card, I'm gonna go Gauci on the scorecards. Next fight on the card, we got Islam. Now this is the fight that I'm hyped for, and I cannot wait for this fight because we know these guys are not gonna see the scorecards. I can tell you guys that right now off the rip. We got Islam Dulatov taking on Vanilto Antunes. I'm almost out of strokes pronouncing that name. So Dulatov is going to be better everywhere this fight goes. His striking, he's super aggressive. I mean, he's going to go for the KO right off the jump. He's going to put pressure on you. He's going to throw combinations out there. He can throw nice knees up the middle, body shots, head shots. His combinations are beautiful, man. And I was, before watching tape on Dulatov, I watched tape. I know about Antunes. I saw him fight Neto BJJ on LFA when he beat Nato to capture that LFA welterweight title. So he beat Nato as a pretty big underdog. I think it was like plus 200 underdog or plus the underdog. I can't remember exactly what he was. I was on Nato there. I thought Nato was gonna like be able to use his BJJ, maybe get a submission on him, and because Antunes is a blue belt on the ground, doesn't really have the best grappling. Even Kyle Brawley was talking about that during the fight. And Nato just looked terrible out there. He was shooting sloppy takedowns on him and got KO'd. Ate some ground and pound. Nato was kind of chinny though. He's been KO'd a bunch of times, so that's fair. I mean, the guy's kind of chinny. I think Dolatov's gonna win this one, probably maybe by submission. He might go for submission if he has trouble on the feet, but I think he's gonna get the KO. I'm gonna pick him by KO here because I like his combinations. I think he's extremely aggressive. He does leave openings on the feet for sure, so he's gonna have to be careful and not get reckless out there because when Antunes can crack you on the way in. But I'm gonna go with Dulatov. I think he's gonna get that KO. I think it's gonna go under 1.5 rounds. The way Dulatov fights, I think we're not gonna see a third round here. So if you when the props drop, probably look at that fight doesn't go the distance, which is probably gonna be like minus 500. It'll probably be like minus 300, minus 200, minus 250, maybe opening odds probably be like minus 250 for under. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna open the overs. I mean the totals at 1.5 rounds. If they open the totals at 2.5 rounds, take the under 2.5 rounds because I don't think Dulatov is gonna take this guy to distance here. He's got all finishes, 10 finishes. I mean, and Antunes doesn't really see the scorecards all that much. He's got 14 KOs out there. He's only seen the scorecard one time in his career, so more than likely this fight's not gonna see the third round. Not the scorecards. I mean, overall, I'm sure those odds are not gonna be playable. You're gonna have to parlay that prop. I mean, I think Dulatov is gonna finish him though. I'm gonna say he finishes him by TKO. He might go for the submission if he thinks that Antunes starts catching him with some shots on the way in, but I think he's gonna knock him out on the feet. First round TKO for Dulatov. Probably maybe second on. I mean, Antunes is not a bum. He's got power on the feet. He can like get respect on the feet. Maybe. I'm gonna say like second on. I'll say second on for Dulatov. He's got all first round like finishes though. He's only got one win by second on TKO. So I'm gonna say first round. He's minus like 450. I mean, those odds are pretty crazy, but he's a better prospect here, and there's definitely a lot of hype on him, and it's warranted, I think. I'm gonna take the under than playing his money line in a parlay. Next fight on the card is we got Mario Pinto taking on Lucas Camacho. Lucas Camacho he's got 2 wins in LFA. He fought Guillermo Uriel, and watched tape on those guys, and he's got power, he's got heavy hands, but the striking is pretty sloppy. He leaves a lot of openings on the feet, and you're fighting a guy like Mario who's a pretty big heavyweight. I mean, this is a heavyweight, right? This is a heavyweight, I think, or is this a light heavyweight? This is a heavyweight. I was like, no, wait, Mario is a light heavyweight. for a second. I was like, no, this guy's making 205. So Mario, he's been fighting out of levels fight league. We've seen some guys fighting out of levels fight league recently, and he's okay. I mean, he's kind of way too patient for me. He's gonna be the better technical striker. He's got better leg kicks, and he's huge. He's got nice he's got pretty good takedown defense. He's shown takedown defense out there. This guy was attempting a lot of takedowns on him. Benjamin actually caught him early. He kind of rocked him with a knee up the middle in the first round. And actually, I think he dropped him in the first round, but Mario showed pretty good recovery. He got right back up, and I think he got a takedown on him. Then he just kind of like Benjamin just kind of gassed out in that one. Then he just outstruck Kasim. I mean, just kind of like he's way too patient for me though. So I could see this going the distance. I mean, but Lucas leaves so many openings out there. I think this could go over 1.5 rounds because Mario's like way too patient. So I honestly could see this one going a little bit longer. Um, and I could see this one going a little bit longer. I mean, than the first round. I think they're gonna open totals at 1.5 rounds. Maybe take the over if it's plus money. I think it could go a little bit longer because Mario's like pretty patient and Lucas is pretty tough. He's got a chin on him. Even Guillermo was catching him some good shots, but he came back and like really put in Guillermo, who's mostly a BGG guy, not really a striker. Give me Mario to win. I'm gonna say like a third round TKO. I think he's probably gonna knock him out later. Camacho is pretty tough though, but he's striking. He's really sloppy, so I'm not gonna pick him as underdog. He's training. He's trained out of Nova Neo, which is a pretty solid gym. Same gym as Jose Aldo. So the guys over there are known for juicing, so he might be on some good stuff. Maybe look at Camacho moneyline if you want to take a long shot prop. I think I'm gonna go with Mario though. I think he's got a higher ceiling in this one, and he can grapple if he needs to. I'm going to Mario to win by decision, maybe decision or third round TKO, maybe submission. I mean, he can get a submission on him too. I think he wins by like, I'll say submission. I think he can get his back and like submit him. Camacho is pretty tough to like put out with shots. I mean, give me Mario. I think he can pull off a submission in here. No, normally he's out there knocking everyone out. I mean, he's got a submission win. I mean, he's got a 1 submission win. More than likely, he's gonna go for the KO, but I feel like he could probably lock in a submission in this one. He's got a submission over now who's fighting in PFL now. 1FC, I mean. Yeah, he's fighting in PFL now. He fought in 1FC before. Nana's okay. I mean, Nana's not bad. Give me Mario. I think he can like lock in a submission later. Probably second, third round. I think it's gonna go a little bit longer though than the first round because Camacho is pretty tough, but he's gonna be at a size difference here. Mario's like 6'5", I mean 6'6", depending where you look, and Camacho's only like 6 feet tall, so he's gonna have to deal with that reach advantage of Mario. Mario has a pretty big reach advantage. I mean, it's almost 80-inch wingspan. Give me Mario to win. Mario's minus 500. Yeah. I don't think he's losing this fight. He's pretty patient. I mean, so he's going to take his time, and I don't think he's losing this one. Next fight on the card, we got Steele taking on Jason Blair. This should be a good matchup. We were supposed to see Steele fight at Tony a couple of weeks ago. You guys probably remember that one, right? He was supposed to take on Kilmo at Tony, and I was picking a Tony there because he beat Poatan in his first ever MMA fight. But looking back on it, Tony actually had I think had an anxiety attack during the card, and he was like, I don't want to fight anymore during the Contender Series card. So now they got him. They're bringing him back to fight Jason Blair, who's been fighting in Cage Warriors, and I actually bet on a couple of his fights. I bet the under 1.5 in that fight 4 months ago. And I've actually bet in a couple of his fights. I think I bet his money line over Hassan Jada, and he was actually looking pretty good early on the feet. Hassan Jada is kind of chinny on the feet. He has really sloppy striking, and he was looking okay on the feet. Then he grappled, and he was wrestling Hassan Jada. Hassan Jada went for a knee bar, got a knee bar on him, submission, beat him by submission. So he made a mistake there. He's not terrible. I mean, he's got okay striking. He can wrestle, and he's normally going out there taking a lot of these guys to the ground and submitting them when they make a mistake. I don't think Cody's gonna make the same mistake as some of these guys that he's fighting out there. I think Cody's better in the striking. He's more technical, and he's got way so much experience competing in a grappling before he made his transition to MMA. This guy's, I mean, he's grappled against some of the best out there. RoboCop, who's fighting at middleweight. Like, this guy's got so much experience, and that's good for him that he's got all this experience competing in grappling. And the striking looks clean, man. He looks better than ever. I think he's gonna be the cleaner boxer, cleaner striker. He's got nice knees out the middle. He's got knockout power. And Blair's striking is not as clean, I feel like. Give me Cody. I'm pretty confident Cody's gonna win this one. I think he's gonna finish him. I think he's gonna finish him by, like, I don't know if he's gonna submit him. I think he's gonna finish him by knockout. Give me Cody to win. Blair is pretty tough though, but he's pretty open on the feet. He's kind of sloppy when he's striking on the feet. So give me Cody to win. Cody to win by knockout TKO minus 240. Honestly, that line's not crazy. I actually like that line. I might actually bet him at money line. Minus 240 is not bad for Cody Steele. We know this guy's been preparing for a Contender series. I mean, he used to take on Tony, a couple of weeks back. He can wrestle. He's gonna be the better striker. He's gonna wrestle. So I don't see Blair wrestling him or like catching him in a submission or anything like that. He's not getting an armbar on Cody Steele. It's not happening. All right, guys. Main event time. We got Artem Vakhitov taking on Islam Masraf. Look, man, Artem. Finally, we're gonna see this guy in the UFC soon. I mean, I've seen a couple of his fights. I mean, he's fighting some bums out there. He fought, and this guy like took one leg kick and he quit. That's what happened there. So we don't really get to see a lot from his MMA fights, and he's finished this guy pretty early when this guy was shooting sloppy takedowns on him, and this guy's horrible. So he's gonna fight someone that can grapple here, but I don't think Islam has the best grappling. Like he can catch you in a submission if you shoot sloppy takedowns on him. That's why he caught this guy in a submission as a mat. Because this guy really didn't want to strike with him, and he was like shooting hot, fast takedowns out there, which is like pretty terrible, and leaving his neck wide open, and he got caught up in a guillotine choke. This guy, I mean, if you go back and watch this fight, I mean, this fight was pretty crazy. This guy came out there with his hands low, playing games. I don't know what the hell this guy was doing, Garog. And I picked him to win that fight. And I was live during that card. And I was like, I couldn't believe what this guy was doing. He probably bet on Islam by first round TKO. I'm pretty sure he did. They probably should investigate him. They probably should investigate this guy. But so I think he might think he's a knockout guy now that he knocked this guy out with a high kick. He's pretty athletic though. He can grapple. He's got some KO power. But yeah, I don't see him winning this one. Islam's got nice heavy leg kicks, and he's got better combinations. He's got so much kickboxing experience. And unless he shoots takedowns himself, which is not gonna, I don't see him doing that. He's fought at light heavyweight. I mean, so now he's fighting at heavyweight. I mean, so could that be a problem? I don't think it will. I don't think it's gonna be a problem for him. Give me Artem to win. I think he's gonna get that knockout. Can this go the distance? I mean, I don't think this is gonna go the distance. Artem to win by KO TKO. I think he's gonna break him in the second on. Islam's probably gonna go out there. I don't know if he's gonna strike with him. I don't think he's gonna try to strike with him. Yeah, he's not losing this fight. He's got a solid chin on him. The only fight that he's lost was an injury, so give me Artem to win. I think Artem's gonna win this one. Likely, I think he's gonna win by knockout TKO. Fight doesn't go the distance, probably solid parlor piece. I think he's gonna get a finish here. So Artem, high confidence pick on Artem. Cody Steele, I'm pretty confident Cody Steele, and I'm confident on Islam Dulatov. So these are the picks that I'm confident in. I'm picking all favorites. I mean, I think it's gonna be like last week. We got some pretty good matchups. I mean, more than likely, I mean, if there's an upset, it's probably gonna be maybe this one. I could see Camacho maybe catching with something crazy, but I don't think it's happening. I really wanted to pick Antunes because he's Brazilian, but before I watched tape on Dulatov, I was like considering picking Antunes, and I watched tape on it. I was like, nah, I don't think he's gonna win this fight on the feed, and he can get out grappled too. He's got a blue belt in BJJ, so that's not good. When you're fighting a guy like this, dangerous on the ground and on the feet. I mean, he can knock you out on the feet, throws in combinations. Sean Guachi, I think Sean Guachi over 2.5 probably in this one. Under 2.5 rounds in this one. Over 1.5 rounds in this one maybe. I think Camacho is pretty tough. Well, maybe you can do 5 stars round two maybe. Camacho has sloppy striking, but I could see him surviving like the first round. Pinto is like way too patient out there. And I think this one, Cody Steele money line, I like that. I like Artem to win. I like money line. It's like way too wide though. It's like -5. I think it's like -625. This is a good matchup for him though. Islam is like striking is not that clean. He's been fighting in Ares FC and he fought in PFL though, but I'm not really that high on him. So Artem, all favorites. I mean, I think it's gonna be a clean sweep this week again, like last week. I didn't parlay last week either. I just did straight money and straight plays. I mean, I did a bunch of props, like Finney money line, Finney finish. I mean, inside the distance, and I did Montez by submission over in that Smith fight, which is pretty close. I'm thank goodness that went over 1.5 rounds. Thank goodness for Mark Smith for being out there officiating that fight. So there you go, guys. We did a full card breakdown for Contender Series. I'm going to be live for this card on Tuesday, so make sure to come hang out with your boy on Tuesdays. And also like and subscribe if you guys appreciate the grind, man. I put a lot of work into these breakdowns. I watch a lot of tape. And I haven't slept. I'm going to get some sleep now. I'm pretty tired now. I'm going to get some sleep. You guys probably can tell I'm pretty tired now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.